I'm my favorite YouTuber. My name is Chill, last name Monger. The pretty book to my left is Marauders issue number 3. This doesn't actually happen though. Bishop doesn't point his weapon at Shinobi Shah, but it's still a pretty comic book. It's poster worthy by my friend over here, Russell Dodderman. I'm looking forward to his Emma Frost book that's coming up with him, with her, and Jean Grey. What it's going to be about remains to be seen, like fossils in a museum. It's probably going to be about the love triangle with Scott Summers involved. Not just a love triangle, actually. You throw Wolverine in there. So you know what that means. Vamos ser feliz, feliz de lo cuatro. My Hispanic numbers went through the roof with that one. Trust me. So let's talk about this actual comic book. Beginning, Red Keep, we've got Blackstone, we've got the White Palace, and these are all fictional places in a fictional land. How do you make me remember? You put them right next to each other. That's smart. All right, I respect that, Gerry Duggan. You guys can't just be doing these locations and expect me to remember the House of M from the House of X. You gave me a map, but I mean I don't go back to that page every single time to review where everything is. So that's that. The little write up over here where it says everyone's name. Like, come on, how could they? That's a mistake. That's an error. Who do we blame for this one? We got Gerry Duggan as the writer, Michele Bandini as the artist. New artist, it's not Matty O'Lally. And we got Federico B, who did the colors. I'll go letterer. VC's Corey Petit. I believe that's your fault for writing egg where it should say, you know what it should say. You know what we're gonna do? Since I'm not a collector, I'm a reader. And I'm gonna get the red pen out for this one. Use my laptop as a place. And since I don't edit my videos anymore, I'm gonna cross out the name egg and we're gonna rectify this comic book. That's right. Goldbals. Bam. We're out here fixing comic books. His name is Goldballs and I will take nothing else. We'll continue with the book. It's all about Shinobi Shah, resurrected from the dead. Black King over here is trying to talk to him, trying to bring him on his side. He feels guilty about the way that he died, which is unexplained until the very end of the book. I wanted to do this chronologically. I guess I'll talk about it now. The very end of the book, it turns out that he was killed by the White and Red Queens conspired to murder you. And this is something that happened in the present. Is when we get there. And it looks like we see Kitty Pryde's hand phasing through Shinobi Shah. I didn't read the comic book where that happened, so I am kind of in the dark. I thought that Sebastian Shaw was worried the whole time about, man, he's gonna know how he died. He's gonna know how he died. I thought it was because Sebastian Shaw killed him, and it looks like it was actually Kate who did it. And yes, that's right. It's Kate, not Kitty, as we'll learn from the text messages. One thing, since I'm on this page, the way that they drew the Black King's ship, it's invisible, and I like how he knocked on it. I like the visual storytelling happening there, and it's a pretty cool thing to do. It's visual storytelling is how I would explain that. And to the page where she calls Bishop on a phone, she texts him. Where is it? I'm just gonna point out every problem I had with it. Number one, it's K, and then he goes, "Hey." Secret names, like, don't we got psychics over on Krakoa? And why would we refer to ourselves as K and not? And then the conversation would continue, and there's like a point where they said way too much. They actually called each other their names. They actually were talking about red and black, and they were getting in detail, and they were still talking on it. And then he goes, "Whoa, these aren't burner phones. We're gonna be found out." That was like the worst. If people are wanting to spy and do things under the radar, that was the worst depiction of it. I thought it was horrible. This white page also, it's just like Gerry Duggan does in the last one. He just writes stories up in here. He's using them a little bit differently than everyone else was using them. That's fine though. That's how we do. And then there's a joke at the end with P.S. If you're coming to the holiday racket, bring a bottle. If we go by the budget, we're dry. Thanks. All right. Very funny. Kind of funny. Let's talk about colors since Federico Blee watches. Because we changed the artist in this comic, penciler, and it still looks fly, I can associate all the good praise and everything to the colorist. I remember in my Captain Marvel video from a couple weeks ago, I said it's noticeable that Carmen Carnero is not drawing it anymore, and it's a new writer, a new penciler. They kept the colorist. So I was able to say, it's not Tamara, it's not the color artist, it's the penciler who's turning me off. So for that, with this, where we switched pencilers and we kept the colorist, I can notice that. And I can appreciate it. What else do I gotta say about this comic book? The stuff about the 1% and the 90% is that woke shit that I live for. I love it being featured here in our comic books, here in our text. The positions now with who wants to be the black bishop and the white bishop. There was already a build up for the red queen. I don't need that. I'm okay with it being featured on a white page, listed, and that's all of the storytelling I need when it comes to positions. That's not tickling my fancy at all. People on YouTube, you guys love, and you viewers of this channel right now, you guys love looking at, oh, the bedrooms are connected. You guys love looking at, well, these are the 4 politicians who represent the summer, and how about the winter and the... I don't care. It was enough for me for them to name people on the board of the council, the Quiet Council, and I'm very accepting of it. I never questioned it, and I don't know what it means to actually have now bishops underneath that and this hierarchy. The hierarchy in reality is the popularity of these characters. It's gonna determine the stories that we tell with them. Like Psylocke is hot right now, right? So we tore her apart. We gave a Fallen Angels for one part of Psylocke and Excalibur for another part of Psylocke, and we're expanding on her. That's how this works. Is she on the council? No, but she's of importance to the X-Men because she's got 2 comic books. The reality world that we live in, where we buy books, and the fantasy world where certain characters are certain positions, are actually related to each other more so than they're not. So when you tell me that, well, who's on the Quiet Council? The red dude, Exodus. Well, Exodus is on that Quiet Council, so he's kind of important. Yeah, where is he? Does he have a comic book? No. So how important is he really? That's how I feel about that. Oh, and I already talked about the end of the book, right? So that's the review there. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on that thing there. You can disagree with me all you want in the comment section. I embrace it. I encourage it. Let's talk about why you may have loved this comic book. Not that I disliked it. It was a cool comic book. But tell me why you loved it. Bye.